Hi, it's Jodie and welcome to another video. So today's video is basically going to be my April wrap up. So if I'm being honest, I'm not proud of what I've read in April at all. I don't even know how many books I've read. I better count them. I read 9 books in April, which sounds a lot, but it's not when you see the books, and I didn't stick to my TBR at all. So there's that. And I just don't know why. I just haven't, I've hardly read anything this month. So most of the month I haven't actually been reading, which sucks. I don't know why, but it was just one of those. So I read 2 middle grades, a graphic novel, a poetry book, and the rest were just fiction, well, fantasy and sci-fi, and one was a reread. So yeah, I'm not proud of my reading month at all this month, but we'll just get into it. So if you would like to see what books that I read in April, then please keep watching. I'll start with the middle grades. So I read 2 middle grades in April, and the first one was sent to me by a publisher at work, and I really enjoyed this. It was so cute, and I've spoken about this in a vlog. It's probably not up yet because I haven't edited it, but this is Kitty and the Sky Garden Adventure. Actually, I think it is up. The vlog is already up where I talk about this briefly, I think. I will link it down below. This is, yeah, Kitty and the Sky Garden Adventure. This is by Paula Harrison and illustrated by Jenny Lovely. What a nice name. And this is for ages 5 to 8, I think. And this is a super cute book. So I absolutely adored this. It's basically about a girl who has cat-like superpowers, and her 2 little companions and her best friends are cats, and she goes on little adventures at night with her cats. This one basically is kind of showing young children the uses of recycling and how fun recycling can be, which sounds boring and dull to adults, but honestly the way this is put in this book, it's so cute, and the story's so cute, and the illustrations are lovely. It's just so cute. Look, it's all black and orange themed illustrations. I really enjoyed it. I can't remember what I gave it. I'm gonna have to get my Goodreads up. My phone's about to die. I don't remember my ratings, I'm so bad. So I gave this 4 stars and really enjoyed it. It was just so cute and lovely. So that was one of the books that I read. The second middle grade book I read was Amelia Fang and the Barbaric Ball, and this is by Laura Ellen Anderson, and I spoke about this in the same vlog, I believe, or it might be in a different vlog. I honestly don't know. If it was in a vlog that's already up, I will link it down below. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I think I gave this 4 stars. I'm just going to double check. I gave this 5 stars. So I obviously really enjoyed it. It was a really cute book. So this follows Amelia, who is a vampire. This prince of vampires comes to her school, and she has to show them around and kind of look after him and befriend him, but he's actually a massive jerk. And he steals her pet pumpkin Squashy. So her and her friends go on this mission to save Squashy from him, but she actually discovers a lot about the prince and why he is the way he is, and in the end they become friends, and it's just so lovely and super cute and funny, and the illustrations in this are brilliant. I loved it. It was so cute. So I can't wait to read the rest of the books in this series, but this is I think this is for 5 to 8 again. Just a really fun read. So yeah, 5 stars for this one. Next up, I read the second book in the Mortal Instrument series. So this is City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare. I think I gave this 3.5 stars or maybe 3 stars. I really enjoyed this a lot more than the first one. It was a lot more interesting. I've been listening to these on audio, and I actually ended up reading I don't know how many. The last so many pages I actually physically read, and I've actually really enjoyed it. I haven't been able to physically read The City of Bones, and I couldn't at the beginning of this. I don't know why. I just found audios a lot easier, but I ended up reading the last bit of it, and I actually really enjoyed it, and it was a lot better than The City of Bones. So I gave this 3 or 3.5 stars. I really do not remember, and I did enjoy it. I still don't like Clary and Jace, don't like Simon either, so I feel like that's a massive reason why I'm not enjoying these books as much. I love the world, I love the concept of Shadowhunters, I love the villain, and the story I think is so good, but it's just the main characters that drag the rating down for me. So yeah, I am still really enjoying them though, and I'm looking forward to picking up the next book in the series, so yay. So next up is a book that I was very disappointed by and did not really enjoy at all. Enjoyed the last 200 pages, they were good and it was entertaining, and that's what stopped me from giving this an even lower rating. There's lines across my face, I'm sorry, it's my blinds, we'll just ignore that. This book and this series, this trilogy, is so hyped up, and I do not get the hype at all. But it is Illuminated by J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. Yeah, I gave this 2 stars. I would have gave it probably less if it weren't for the last 200 pages and the AI Aiden, because Aiden is a really interesting character in this book, and he kind of made the book a lot more interesting, and the last 200 pages were really good as well. And I am intrigued to see what's going on with Aiden in the second book, if he's in it, Gemini. But yeah, this book, so overhyped, just did not enjoy it. I physically read it because I just didn't want to listen to the audio. I did want to try to physically read it. I think maybe the way it's written is maybe my issue, I'm not sure. Some of it is just silly. Like, get that it's unique and it is cool, like the concept of it, but I mean, like, it's just unnecessary. Like, I don't know, I know I'm being picky and just a bit of a spoil sport, but like really, a whole page that says we, loads of pages like this, and nah, it just annoyed me. And there was so many technical and like things in here about coding that I didn't understand, and it was really confusing, which is obviously my own problem because I don't know code. Like, you know, so that's on me, not anyone else. But I just didn't like that. It was too technical, so I didn't understand a lot of it, and those parts are very boring for me. To be honest, like most of this book, I didn't know who was what ship, who was a good guy, who was a bad guy, who was doing what and why. Like, it was just confusing, and the two main characters, very bland, and their whole romance things seemed forced to me. And yeah, I just really didn't enjoy it. I really wish that I did. I was so looking forward to this, but yeah, I tried to read Gemini as well, and I got like 20 pages in and just could not. I just couldn't do it. And I've heard Gemini is like the best in the series, so I am going to pick it up again. But I was just kind of like, traumatized is the wrong word to use, but you know what I mean, like when a book really, the first book in a series really doesn't do it for you, so it kind of puts you off the rest. But I do still want to read Gemini, I do plan to, but I just really did not enjoy this book at all, and I just think it's just overhyped. But that is my personal opinion. Please do not attack me because I'm allowed to have a different opinion. But yeah, I just did not enjoy this book, and I'm really sad that I didn't enjoy it. But yeah, the last 200 pages I did enjoy though, but except for that, no, did not like. Next up, I read a poetry book. So this is called Nocturnal by Wilder, and I really enjoyed this. I rated this 4 stars, and I've tabbed a lot of the poems that I liked, and this was just a really lovely poetry book. The poems were really nice, they're really interesting. The little illustrations in here, like I think I tabbed my favourite illustrations as well. It's just so pretty and such a nice poetry book, and I really enjoyed it. Some of the poems were very personal, kind of about love, heartbreak and that kind of thing, and self-love, and I just thought they were really nice. A lot of them were relatable, and I just think if you're looking for a really nice and kind of deep poetry book with really beautiful illustrations in it, then definitely pick this one up, because I did really like it. And I'm not a huge fan of poetry, but this was nice to read, and it was obviously a quick read. Yeah, this was nice. I like this. 4 stars. These lines on my face are really annoying me, but I can't do anything about the lighting. It's gonna have to stay that way, I'm sorry. So next up is a book that it's considered middle grade because it's 9 to 12, but it's kind of not. It's hard to explain unless you've read it. It is in the 9 to 12 section because the author of this book was actually 12, I think, when it was published, but I think she wrote it when she was 9, so obviously it kind of falls into that category. This is The House Without Windows, and this was by Barbara Newhall Follett, but this version is by Jackie Morris, so it has an introduction by Jackie Morris. And it was very interesting, the introduction, because it actually tells you a lot about the author. So obviously she was very young when she wrote this, and if you read this book you will be absolutely amazed that this was written by a 12-year-old or a 9-year-old. I can't remember the exact age she was, but like, this is so beautiful. Like, it is so beautifully written, it is intricate, it is just amazing, and it's such a lovely story. It's not childish at all. It's like reading something by an adult. And this is basically kind of like about nature, how enchanting nature is, getting lost in nature, being wild, and it's just an absolute lovely book. I think I gave this 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. Jackie Morris also talks about how the author of this book, she was always very wild, very free, she'd always be out in nature, and she moved to the city and got married when she was very young. I think she was 18, and then one day she took so many dollars and her keys and walked out the door, and she has never ever been seen again. So obviously, like, this was a long time ago, so I think this was written in like what year was this written in? It It was written very, very early on. 1926 this was published, so it was a long time ago. But yeah, she was never seen again. No one knows what happened to her, where she went or anything. These lines, seriously, I can see it in the viewfinder. Ah, so annoying. Let me see if I can fix it. It's a bit darker, but the lines are gone. But yeah, she went missing. She was never seen again. No one knows what happened to her. And I just think that kind of adds some mystery to the book, and the way Jackie Morris talks about it is very interesting. So I would recommend people picking up this book. It's very different, but it is such a nice read. Please pick this up and just see what you think of it, because it is really lovely and the cover is beautiful. And the fact this was written by someone so young, like, it's just incredible. So I really do think a lot of people should pick this up. I really enjoyed this and I gave it 4 stars. Next is a graphic novel, and I'm so glad I read this because I loved this. I read it in one sitting and it's got me so hyped for the book, because this is the graphic novel adaptation of a book by Leigh Bardugo. So this is Wonder Woman Warbringer. So yeah, 5 stars. This follows the book. I have not read the book, but now I really want to. I do have it. It's right there. I really need to read it. I just haven't. I absolutely loved this graphic novel. It was so good. If you are looking for a graphic novel and you haven't read one before, or you're just in the mood for like a good graphic novel, pick this up. The story is absolutely amazing. It's not boring. It's so easy to follow, and I absolutely loved it. I can't recommend this enough. And this is specifically a YA graphic novel as well, so it is really easy to read. So yeah, 5 stars to this, and I loved it. This next book is an ARC. This isn't out until June, and this is The Court of Miracles by Kester Grant. So I have spoken about this in a vlog already, so I will link the vlog down below. This is kind of a retelling of Les Mis and The Jungle Book kind of mixed together, and you've got guilds in here, and there's crime, there's all kinds of goodness in here. There's no romance, which is a bummer, but it was hinted at, but with multiple different people. But yeah, it's really, I don't want to go into detail about it again because I have spoken about it already, and I have wrote a review for it. So I will link the vlog and the review in the description if you'd like to hear exactly what this book is about. But yeah, this is a retelling, well, a reimagining sort of. It's set in Paris, and it is just a great book. I did not think I would like this. I was like 80 pages into it and I was like, this is really slow, it's not for me. And then once I hit 100 pages onwards, it was so good. I really enjoyed it. I really liked it a lot more than I thought I would, and I gave it 4 stars. I definitely recommend checking this out. You can get signed editions and really nice exclusive editions on waterstones.com, which I will also link below. But yeah, I really do think people should pick this up because it's so good, so good. So yeah, 4 stars for this one, and be sure to check out the links below so that you know what it is about. Lastly, we have one of my all-time favorite books. I love this book. If I had to read one book for the rest of my life and could never read another book, it would be this one. I absolutely love it. Like, I can't. But that is Akamath, so A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J Maas. So this is the 2nd book in the ACOTAR series, and this is just my baby. Like, love it so much, like I can't. So I don't want to give spoilers, but this follows ACOTAR, which follows a character called Feyre, who has, oh, I don't want to give spoilers, but basically ACOTAR is like a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, but whole different spin on it. Pretty sure you all already know what this is about. So this basically continues Feyre's story from ACOTAR, but there's a lot of twists and turns in this book, and Rhysand, my baby, is in it, and yeah, I adore this book so much. And I think right now, with everything that's going on, and I've not been feeling great and a bit poorly, so I needed something to distract me, and the familiarity of the world, the characters and everything in this book is exactly what I needed. And so I reread it, and I do not regret it, because I love this book so much. Like, I know I keep saying it, but I do, like, oh, I just love it. 5 stars, easy 5 stars, always 5 stars. I literally want to reread it again. Like, I would happily sit down and reread it again right now. I might pick up Court of Wings and Ruin soon, but I'm trying not to because I need to tackle my TBR. 4 stars for this because it is just a masterpiece, and I love it so much. And yeah, oh, it makes me emotional. It's the best book ever. I need to calm down. So that is all the books that I have read in April. Not great in my opinion, but it could have been worse, and yeah. So it has brought up my Goodreads goal anyway to 35 out of 50 books. So I'm pretty pleased because I'm over halfway to my Goodreads goal, and we're not even halfway through the year. So I'm trying to look at it in a positive way, but I do wish I'd read more from a TBR and just, yeah, read some more books. But hopefully May will be a better reading month for me, but I don't know, we're going to see what goes on with the whole lockdown and back to work thing, because no idea what's going to happen. If you like this video, then please do give it a big thumbs up, because I always appreciate it. If you'd like to subscribe, then please do so, because that would also be amazing. And yeah, I have nothing else to say except for, if you have read any of these books or you just want to talk about them, then please comment and we can chat about them. All my social medias will be linked down below as well, where you can find, you know, my reviews for some of the books I've talked about and some more information on them. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!